It Ends With Us author Colleen Hoover has completely deactivated her Instagram. Over 2 million followers are now just gone, which begs the question, does she regret siding with Blake Lively in the Justin Baldoni drama?
Oh boy. If you're not familiar with her, she is Colleen Hoover, the author whose novel Justin Baldoni found, optioned, and turned into the movie co-starring Ryan Reynolds' wife and Taylor Swift's bestie, Gossip Girl alum and B-list actress Blake Lively.
Hey there, lovelies, and boy oh boy, have I got a swirling double dose of scandal for you today. Yes, it's still about the It Ends With Us meltdown, but trust me, the plot just thickened. Not only are we watching Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni do a tense tango of accusations and rumored hush-hush romance, but now Colleen Hoover, the very author behind the beloved novel, has apparently noped out of Instagram altogether. 2 million followers gone. Poof. Adios. But before we unravel whether Colleen is bailing because she regrets siding with Blake, or if something else is up, do me a quick favor. Smash that like button and subscribe to keep these drama vibes coming. So let's strap in for another ride through Tinseltown's biggest fiasco. So, if you hop over to Colleen Hoover's Instagram, not there. She had a whopping 2 million fans, and now, poof, radio silence. Typically, an author with that big a platform doesn't just vanish unless something's rattled her. And oh, we're rattled, all right. Because rumor says she's feeling the heat from fans after allegedly picking Blake's side in the colossal Blake versus Justin meltdown.
So for anybody who hasn't read the book or seen the film already, tell our audience what it's about.
Well, it's based on a beautiful, really important book, and it's about a young woman named Lily who confronts the generational cycles in her life and breaks them and ends the circle. And I hope people find it inspiring, and yet...
Perez Hilton, yes, the king of OG celebrity blogs, pointed out that Colleen might be fleeing the negativity, or maybe she's recalculating her stance. Hard to say. But whatever the reason, she's pulled the plug on IG, leaving everyone shrieking. Girl, what is happening? Remember, It Ends With Us is Colleen's baby. She penned it, Justin snagged the rights super early, and only then did it become a blowout phenomenon. So when the fiasco about alleged off-screen sparks or creative hijacking by Blake Lively went nuclear, fans wondered, where does Colleen stand? Turns out she aligned with Blake, the rumored co-conspirator pushing for creative control and an alleged meltdown that might overshadow Justin's original vision. The result? Fans are scorching Colleen for ditching Justin, who apparently championed her project from day one, in favor of the more glitzy route with Blake. So yeah, the blowback has been monstrous, and now she's off IG. Mystery explained, kinda.
He alleges in his lawsuit against what many are calling Amber Heard 2.0 that she never even read the novel, and he's got texts to prove it.
If you're new to the meltdown, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni were set to star in and direct this tearjerker about DV healing, a novel fans adored for its emotional nuance. Then, out of nowhere, we get hush-hush chatter about behind-the-scenes friction, possible Blake rewriting half the script, and oh yes, a lawsuit the size of a Hollywood blockbuster. Because obviously, Tinseltown can't do anything small-scale. On top of that, rumors about flirty text messages between the leads swirl, fueling speculation that maybe the friction wasn't purely creative. Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds, Blake's comedic husband king, is suspiciously silent, fueling fans to wonder if he's quietly raging or concocting the perfect snarky tweet. So we had enough drama to fill a trilogy, and then Colleen steps in to cheer on Blake. That's when everything got real hot, real fast. Here's where Perez enters the chat. Y'all gonna make sure you subscribe to him. My man just got banned from TikTok. Sad face.
Oh boy. Perez Hilton here, and if you're not familiar with her, she is Colleen Hoover. So, Colleen Hoover has ended it. She's finally had enough. She just took down her entire page. Not there. You can verify for yourself.
He's blasting Blake as Amber Heard 2.0, suggesting her claims might be big-time manipulations. The lawsuit docs even allege that Blake never read the book she's starring in, which is savage if proven true. Meanwhile, Colleen stands by her star, further incensing fans who see Justin as the real victim. One big question is, how much does Colleen know about the actual meltdown behind closed doors? Did Blake feed her a particular narrative while Justin's actual receipts say otherwise? The more we see, the more it looks like Colleen might have bet on the wrong horse. Possibly she's come to regret it. Possibly that's why she's ghosted IG. Lest we forget, Colleen had a meltdown of her own when she tried to release a It Ends With Us coloring book. Yep, a coloring book for a novel that's fundamentally about domestic violence. The internet collectively facepalmed, calling it tone deaf. She apologized, claiming she realized it was a terrible idea. That fiasco was minor compared to this new drama, but it set a precedent. When her fans sense a moral misstep, they come at her with pitchforks. Now that she's actively supporting the star who possibly turned the film into an alleged glam fest, fans are calling her hypocritical for ignoring the deeper theme of DV. So the negativity is basically tripled, leading to the meltdown that likely contributed to her Instagram nuke. We also see in the lawsuit's leaked emails how Justin was the one raving about the book before it was big. He pitched himself as the caretaker of Colleen's precious story, and she agreed.
You'd think, given all this experience, Colleen Hoover might not just jump to defend Blake Lively. But she did. She did.
She was involved in every aspect of this production.
I came here today to say, as a man, that this is wrong, this is toxic, and it has to end.
They seemed in sync with the plan to keep the film authentic, respectful, not overshadowed by glam. Then TikTok hype soared. The novel became unstoppable, and presumably, Colleen realized she might have undervalued her baby. Did Justin refuse to renegotiate? Possibly. Did that lead to friction? Possibly. Enter Blake with all her star wattage, maybe promising Colleen the world. Next thing you know, the author's singing Blake's praises, ignoring Justin's original champion status. The fans took note and are not thrilled. So why the Amber Heard 2 label from Perez? Because it echoes that same pattern, a star making big claims, lawsuits swirling, contradictory footage emerging that suggests not everything is as they said. The deeper question, is Blake pulling a I was coerced card to overshadow her own possible wrongdoing, or is Justin the manipulator? Public opinion mostly sides with Justin, especially after seeing certain behind-the-scenes tapes that don't jibe with Blake's claims. Colleen, meanwhile, has thrown her support behind Blake, so folks suspect she's in cahoots to rewrite the meltdown narrative, ignoring the receipts. The "he never read the novel" line now ironically boomerangs back at Blake for allegedly not reading it herself. This meltdown is the dictionary definition of irony. We can't skip the hot topic. Where is Ryan in all this? Typically, he'd be all over social media with witty roasts, but so far, not a peep. Some fans think he's in damage control mode behind closed doors, possibly hush-hush to avoid fanning the flame. Others suspect he's letting the meltdown unfold, planning an epic comedic gotcha response once the dust settles. Either way, this is a new look for him. Silence. Fans who usually see him standing by his wife might wonder if the story is so messy that even Deadpool is speechless. That alone heightens the tension. If Ryan doesn't publicly support Blake, is he silently disagreeing with her stance? Social media, being social media, has gone bananas. Hashtags about Team Justin, Blake Justin, Ryan stance, Colleen don't go. Everyone's reposting rumored texts, analyzing screenshot fonts, and running elaborate "Blake must be lying" arguments. These fans might not have law degrees, but in 2023, a determined fandom can snip out receipts better than any detective show. Docs? One minute they're praising Colleen for her compassionate writing, the next they're slamming her for aligning with the wrong side, forcing her to vanish from IG. It's an absolute fandom fiasco, guys. With all this commotion, what about the film itself? It Ends With Us is allegedly heading for a release overshadowed by salacious gossip. The marketing team must be sobbing in their cappuccinos right now, because a heart-wrenching story about DV might get overshadowed by messy lawsuits, alleged secret crushes, and star-trimmed feuds. But ironically, controversy sells. People may line up out of pure curiosity, like, I want to see if the on-screen tension is as steamy as the rumored texts. The question is, will it overshadow the novel's important message, turning it into a carnival sideshow? Possibly. Watch for reshoot rumors or more leaked texts to keep us salivating. By deactivating her account, is Colleen basically conceding she messed up, or is she retreating to let the meltdown blow over? Hard to say. Some fans appreciate stepping away from negativity, others see it as she can't handle the backlash for backing Blake. Because if she were fully confident, might she not stand her ground? This might be a partial attempt at damage control. Cut the feed, hush the critics. We'll see if she returns with a statement like, I needed a mental health break. That's entirely possible and valid. But for now, fans interpret the vanish as a sign that she's regretting letting star power overshadow the loyalty to Justin. Is there a chance for a miraculous 180? Maybe if Blake and Justin do a joint statement, or if Ryan cracks a witty joke that diffuses tension. Perhaps the meltdown calms down enough for the film's positive message to shine again. But the internet has a memory, folks, and it can be ruthless. If the dust eventually settles, we might still see the brand damage lingering for a while. One scenario: everyone holds hush-hush settlement talks, the meltdown hushes, the film releases with minimal promotional fanfare, and the public moves on to the next big scandal. We all know how fleeting the social media attention span is. But the meltdown stain on Colleen, Blake, and co. might never fully wash off. We keep hearing that phrase in Hollywood gossip, no one's too big to fail. The crowd that thought Blake was unassailable is now seeing her brand questioned. Meanwhile, Justin, the lesser-known name, ends up with fans championing him thanks to carefully dropped receipts. And Colleen Hoover, once a darling to her readers, is feeling the fan rage of turning away from the man who first believed in her book. It's a cautionary tale. Siding with the big star for clout can boomerang if that star is perceived as manipulative or dishonest. And that's precisely the vibe many fans are reading. Because, honey, the meltdown is far from over. Do me a favor, tap that like button and subscribe if you're craving more sizzling reveals. I'll be here, fanning the flames, in a purely journalistic sense, of course, bring you every new leak, every cryptic tweet, and every rumor twist that emerges from this fiasco. Right now, Colleen's exodus from Instagram underscores just how nuclear the backlash is. In the digital age, you can't hide from a fiasco you helped ignite. Fans will find you. So maybe her best move is a strategic regrouping. Meanwhile, the rest of us are glued to our feeds. Will Blake make a statement? Will Justin reveal more texts? Will Ryan Reynolds finally type up a savage tweet? Blake, until next time, I'm Madison Starr, reminding you that Hollywood heartbreak is often more dramatic off-screen than on-screen. Stay messy, stay blessed, and keep it locked here for the next chapter in this swirling saga. Because in Tinseltown, the tea just keeps getting hotter, and you know we're all about it.